Hi, I'm John Reddy and I'm with Carolina's Harvest, and today we're going to make the Charleston dinner roll mix. To start with, what you want to do is have your bread machine, and the bread machine allows you to make your dinner roll dough very fast and very easy. So what you do is you pour your ingredients into your bread machine, and you set it on a dough setting. If it does not have a dough setting, what you can do is use your bread machine to simply mix your product, and then after about 30 minutes you can pull it out. So I'm going to move the bread machine off, and we've already made some dough earlier with our bread machine, and here is our dough. So what we want to do is take some flour, spread it out on your table, and place your dough on your table. Now what we are going to do is make something similar to a pizza dough, in which you want to make a nice round dough on this table. So I'm going to roll this out, and I have a commercial roller, but you can use a standard rolling pin that you can buy at your store. So I'm going to roll this out and keep going back and forth. What I'm trying to do is make a circle, constantly turning it over so that your dough does not stick to your table, and you want to keep on rolling it out, and you're trying to get all the air bubbles out, because in a few moments as we set this up, the air will return as the product rises in your oven or rises on your tabletop. So this is pretty good. It's not perfectly round, but that's okay. So we have our dough, and now what we like to do, and you don't need to do this, but we like to pour some butter, some margarine on here. I'm using a margarine that is low fat, and I'm going to spread it out on top here. And what this does is, as it bakes off, it gives a nice buttery flavor to your dinner rolls. So this makes it very nice, and I'm using a fair amount, as you can probably see from the video. This is all going to go on. And I'm just using butter and a knife. This is a pastry knife, but you can use any particular knife that you like. There we go. The next thing you want to do is use a pizza cutter. And what we're going to do is do some pizza wedges. Let me turn off my machine. What we're going to do is make 16 pizza wedges, and then make our dinner rolls. And as we make a dinner roll, what we want to do is take your pizza wedge, and we want to start rolling from the back. So we roll from the back to the front, and that gives you your nice dinner roll look. So we take and then we place it on our pan. And then we're going to leave these on the pan, so I'm going to go ahead and make all 16 dinner rolls here. And sometimes, as you can see, when you're making your dinner rolls, it gets a little sticky because of the butter. And my cutting was not too good here. My dinner rolls are not perfectly shaped. But that's part of the fun of making your own dinner rolls, is that they're not perfect, but the taste will be, as you will find out when you bake these off. So just like you're cutting a pizza, you're making these little pizza wedges. rolling them from the back to the front in order to give that look of the dinner roll. Kind of reminds you of a crescent roll, which is very, very similar. Okay, when you're done, you'll have your dinner rolls on your tray. Now what you need to do is proof them and let the dough rise. Two ways of doing it. On the instructions on the back of your package, it says to let rise for 25 minutes. You can put it into your oven and put it on a proofing setting, which is about 170 degrees Fahrenheit, and let it rise for about 25 minutes. Or you can just leave it on your tabletop, put a cover over it, and let it rise underneath a cover. After 25 minutes, you then want to place it in the oven, and then you will be baking it off at 350 degrees for 15 to 20 minutes, depending upon your oven. Once that is done and you pull them out of your oven, they will be a golden brown on top. And what we like to do is put a little bit of butter on top of it to make it nice and soft and buttery. You don't need to do that. They are just tasty just the way they are. Hopefully you will enjoy your dinner rolls just as much as we enjoyed in our family. Thank you.